I had a great childhood and things, but I see my mother struggling and she would scrape by, go without. So seeing that from an early age, I knew I didn't want that for my kids, you know.
What gets you out of bed in the morning?
The drive to build something for my family. That's my motivation. That's what gets me out of bed every day and gives me that drive to be successful. Perception of the valleys. I mean, no one becomes successful in the valleys. Everyone stays in the valleys, lives in the valleys, works in the valleys.
Are those perceptions wrong?
100%. Yeah. It don't matter where you're from. If you've got the right attitude and drive, you could do anything. So this is my nan's house now. See where the lights are? My mother sold it now, but that was a big part of me growing up with my grandfather. My grandfather was like my best mate. Like he was like fucking fishing with him, football with him.
If he could see you now, how proud would he be?
He would, be very proud.
Why is family so important to you?
Because it's my family, you know. I want to be proud of me.
Where do the majority of your staff come from?
The majority of them come from the valleys, bar one or two, yeah, which is important to me. Being from the valleys, I want to employ valley people, and I'm passionate about that. So for us to sit here in Ebervale and employ Ebervale, Striga, Blackwood people is amazing.
What's the culture like at Candour?
Culture is very important to me. Culture is it's kind of a family. As soon as you open the door, you can hear everyone on the phones talking, chatting. You can feel the passion in the office. In every office you go to, you open the door, you can feel the passion about Candour and about change people's lives and growth, and everyone knows our mission and vision and journey. And I think that's embedded in, and that improves the culture then, and everyone's excited. So culture is really important for me in Candour.
What's winning like to the team?
Everything. We got a bell on the wall, and that's what it's all about.
In the middle of them?
Yeah, you get yourself all nice and comfortable, right? What's the vibe like in the office, the culture of the business? What is that like?
Right, I come from a manufacturing background, so recruitment is totally new to me. It's really exciting, vibrant.
Just like my shirts. I'd use the word like buzzing. It's a good atmosphere to be in.
Always positive, even when things don't go right.
Fun, loud.
It doesn't really feel like you're coming to work.
I think everybody wants to, or likes doing what they do, and they want to do it for each other, if that makes sense.
Non-stop, but I love the fast pace.
It's about working together to get it done and to make sure we're all in the right direction.
Everyone wants everybody else to succeed. I've never worked anywhere like that.
Family, people that are really passionate about what they do.
Yeah, I think everybody is. It's just like an open, honest culture. I mean, there's no secrets.
Every day brings something new. It's great, yeah.
What makes a good Candour Talent team member?
Trustworthy, honest, enthusiastic, self-motivated, and just an all-round team player.
Bubbly, happy, driven, but most of all just a team player, you know, get on with everyone, have a laugh with everyone, social events with the team. Yeah, social butterfly is probably the best way to put it.
Attitude and application. I mean, you can have all the talent in the world doing what we do, but if you haven't got the right attitude, then you're not going to do it. Yeah, they are 50 on.
Yeah, he's not. So Matt, what does success look like to you?
Being able to employ people, change people's lives, have the power to grow people and see my business growing. obviously winning the awards and all that kind of stuff is nice, but obviously being able to bring people into the business and grow them and change their lives. And just looking at the Candour from the outside in and seeing, like, you know, we've grown from in 6.5, 7 years to 3 branches, 17 people. Yeah, and being a good employer.
Matt has actually become a friend of mine, which is what I love with this place. You're not just work colleagues, you literally, the support that he's given me from day one, and even just in personal things that have gone on in my life, he's been there, he's been a rock to us all.
If there's ever anything that I need, or even my manager, just for a chat, you know, again, I like to talk. If I just need to lighten the load a little bit, have a chat, we've got this going on, we've got that going on, don't worry, Scott, if you need the time, take it. I took my partner to an appointment yesterday, 2 hours later I came back and I cracked on.
Most recently, since the birth of my daughter, I had paternity leave with them, which was fully supported. They've been absolutely brilliant. My daughter wasn't very well, I had to go back to nights. You know, I had phone calls off Matt, Trish, is there anything they can do? Can we help you in any way? Always on the phone. I've had a couple of mornings off and hour in the morning to do some school runs to help my wife out so she can have a bit more sleep. So as a company, they're just really supportive of what you need. So the flexibility between them is brilliant.
He makes me feel like I want to be the best at what I do. He makes me want the branches that I look after to be the best. He tries to build people, he tries to make everybody's lives better. You know, the harder you work, the more you'll get rewarded for it. Yeah, he just makes everybody keep going.
Matt offered me an opportunity when I came to Candour and said that there would potentially be potential for growth and progression within the role, so I took it, and I haven't looked back since, to be honest.
Tell us your name, your position, and how long you've been with the company.
Trisha, I'm Operations Director, and I've been with the company just over 3.5 years.
What are your personal goals as a leader in the business? What are your individual goals?
Yeah, obviously, you know, I'd be naive to say that it wasn't to expand the business and be the #1 recruitment agency in Wales and the UK. But personally, for me, it's about developing our team members and watching them grow and seeing their journey, watching them not only change their lives, but change other people's lives as well. I love putting the work into people and seeing them grow and doing really well and changing their own lives, changing other people's. I love watching that journey. I think it probably comes from my upbringing. So I was brought up by my mum on my own, and she had to work like 6 different jobs. I used to do dancing, so it's really expensive. So she had to have like 6 different jobs and work 7 days a week to be able to enable me to do that. So I think that's where I get the kind of thrill out of changing people and helping them to get what they want, if that makes sense.
So, what's been the hardest rejection you've ever had? And how do you keep the team motivated, and how do you kind of move forward?
Yeah, so I've only ever lost 1 client since we've been with Candour, and this is a client that followed me throughout my whole of my recruitment. They were my first client when I ever started in recruitment, and they followed me through my previous 2 companies that I worked in, and we'd just been through their peak season, and by that I mean working 20 hours a day for like 6 weeks, and we delivered a really, really awesome service. And following on from that, they recruited an internal recruiter, and they told us that they wasn't going to be working with us anymore moving forward. And I felt like really I'd lost a family member because I'd been working with them. They were my first ever client.
Just remind us how many years you've been in recruitment?
20, almost 20, yeah.
What gets you out of bed in the morning?
My 2 children, every day, physically and mentally. Definitely. That's my driver. Is my 2 boys.
And how does the company Matthew as a company assist you with work-life balance? I don't want me to talk about anything you don't know about.
Yeah.
So we can ask
Okay.
you a question.
No, it's fine. My circumstances changed quite drastically about 2 years ago, well, almost 2 years ago, and I am now. My husband passed away, and obviously he looked after the children. I mean, I was the one that was working ridiculous hours and putting in, absolutely everything. So he would always pick the children up from school and look after them until I got in. But obviously that all changed, so I wasn't able to. And I was really, really concerned because obviously in recruitment it's 24/7, and I thought, how the hell am I going to continue working the way I'm working and look after 2 children, because I don't have any family either here. And Matt sat me down and said, there's absolutely no way you're going to be able to do it, so what are we going to do to make it work? And we recruited someone above just in between the branch managers and myself, to kind of literally just take the pressure off, and able to deal with things outside of work or at school times when I had to pick the kids up. And Matt supported the whole of that, and I absolutely know if I was working for another recruitment agency, anyone else, that wouldn't have happened. I wouldn't have been able to keep doing the job that I was doing.
Lots of special relationships in the business, but I knew Trish actually before I went into recruitment, and she said, Matt, you'd be great in recruitment. And as I said, she used to be my boss, so it was quite different. Well, do you know what? We had that relationship where it wasn't really boss and consultant at the time. So yeah, when I left that agency, she kind of could see my ambition, and she was great in terms of letting me go and do that while she still worked with another agency. But I knew I wanted to bring her in in this business eventually. It took a number of years to get her to come in, especially to grow the temp business, because that was her background. My background was the permanent side. So basically, she's my right hand woman.
With Dave Bettis in goal football, playing our weekly 5-a-side match.
Which one of you two is better at football?
Definitely me.
You'll see me.
I score more goals, put it that way.
I'm the better footballer.
If it's real, you know it's gon' come back. This that season, but there's no comeback. If you let go, then please don't run back. Cause if it ain't love, then we don't want that. Yeah, that I got bigger fish at the fry. Like, who gon' take care of my family when I die? So they can't say I failed with knowing they never tried. Let's put our ego to the side and tuck an eye in the pride. We force our past to collide, now we try.